All right, Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shai, Bahashim Chachwadash. Double honors to the elder apostles of Great Millstone and salutations to the elect. This is Brother Lawyer from Great Millstone, Miami, and I just wanted to bring out this article, this headline from BBC .com/news/business. And hey, brothers have already done videos on this. This article came out April 11th. I just wanted to touch on it real quick, man. Hey, the M to the Izzo, T to the Biz A is about to, really become more mainstream media, man. They're already talking about it, headlines coming out about it. So and we already know that, the powers that be are talking about digital currency, and the digital dollar. Okay, so hey, there has to be a hardware, okay, for that system to operate. And as you see in this article, okay, the MC implants that will let you pay with your hand. Okay, and again, this is all according to biblical prophecy, as we always say, man. All right, it's all according to biblical prophecy, man. The Lord told as second as Ezra, when you read second Ezra, the 15th chapter, speak down the ears of my people the words of what prophecy, which I will put in thy mouth and cause them to be written in faithful. Cause them to be written in paper for they are faithful and true. I'm so excited. I jumped the gun. Okay, cause them to be written in paper, for they are faithful and true. Meaning what? Okay, the Lord put the Spirit on the prophets in the ancient world to write down the visions that they saw on paper. Okay, so that us in the future generations we would come and read these writings. Okay, and look out into the world and see, oh wow, this is what's happening. So therefore, what the Bible and the prophecies written in it are what faithful and true. Okay, which means that this is something that you can trust and you can assure that it's going to happen. Okay, all right. So, hey, Lord willing, this video is edifying. I just wanted to, and I'm just going to read a few points on this article. Just read through it a little bit, man. Go through precepts as we do at this point, because at this point we're just reporting the news and pulling out precepts. That's basically what we're doing at this point in 2022. In these last days, okay, we're not in 2014 anymore, we're not in 2007 anymore, we're not in 1996 anymore, we're not in 1980, we're not in 1969, we're not in 1784 anymore. No, this is 2022. Okay, Bible prophecy is coming out, it's playing out live in effect, in our faces. Okay, all right, so hey, I'm gonna read this article. It says and matter of fact, as you can see the picture here, it says what? A woman paying for her meal in a cafe using contactless payment C to the H to the I to the P implanted in her hand. What does that sound like in the Bible? Right? It says Patrick Pullman causes a stir whenever he pays for something in a shop or restaurant. This is because the 37-year-old doesn't need to use a bank card or his mobile phone to pay. Instead, he simply places his left hand near the contactless card reader and the payment goes through. Ooh, the reaction I get from cashiers are priceless, says Mr. Palman, a security guard from the Netherlands. He is able to pay using his hand because back in 2019 he had a contactless payment MC to the H to the I to the P injected it under his skin. Okay, the procedure hurts as much as when someone pinches your skin, says Mr. Palman. Okay. It says a MC was first implanted into a human back in 1998, but it is also during this past decade that the technology has been available. But it is only during the past decade, okay, which means what, the past 10 years or so, right? That this technology has been available commercially. Okay, so now this is in the public sphere. That's why within the past decade or so, going back to 2012 all the way to 2022, why is it that brothers keep finding news articles, different videos, different documentaries coming out where people are exposing this technology or being exposed to this technology, whether it be in the business sector, the corporate world, okay, whether it be just your average everyday person who uses this technology to make payments, okay? Why? Because the reason why it's more so in the public eye now, okay, all right, is because Esau is preparing the minds of the people. The powers that be there are preparing the minds of the people to be more accepting of this technology. and eventually it's going to get to a point where this technology is going to be made mandatory. Okay, I remember back a couple years ago when the when the C 1999 um, came out, and there was this the global shutdown, right? Okay, there was talks about doing away um, paper currency. Okay, there was a lot of shortages of change. Okay, paper currency. There was a lot more contactless payments being done. Okay, why? Because of the C 1999, right? Allegedly. Okay, but really that was just programming. Okay, from the powers that be to get people geared, their minds geared through fear. Okay, to accept this new form of payment. Okay, they were talking about UBI, Universal Basic Income, digital currency, so on and so forth. And that has been continually be talked about since the whole C 1999 has happened. Okay, all right. So everything that's going on in the world, as you see it, these different lockdowns, these different shutdowns. Okay, um, the purposeful destruction of food. Okay, the war on food. Okay, all right. All of this, the destruction of the middle class and so on and so forth. All of this is just to prime and to guide the masses into this new digital system. Okay, and this is going to be the hardware where people are going to be able to operate in this new system. Okay, so no more cash. Okay, no more dollar. Okay, it's going to be this. It's going to be to the M to the Izzo, T to the Bize. Okay, the R to the F to the I to the D, C to the H to I to the P. All right, that's what it's going to be. Okay, it says that when it comes to implantable payment SHIPs, British Polish firm Walletmore says that last year it became the first company to offer them for sale. The implant can be used to pay for a drink on the beach in Rio, a coffee in New York, a haircut in Paris, or at your local grocery store, says founder and chief executive Wojtek Paprota. It can be used wherever contactless payments are acceptable. Walletmore's C to the H to the I to the P, which weighs less than a gram, is a little bigger than a grain of rice. It com- it's is comprised of a tiny micro C to the H to the I to the P, and an antenna encased in a biopolymer, a naturally sourced material similar to plastic. Mr. Paproto adds that it is entirely safe, has regulatory approval, works immediately after being implanted, and will stay firmly in place. It also does not require a battery or other power source. The firm says that it has now sold more than 500 of the C to the H to the I to the P's. Okay, the technology it's June. Ain't no M to the M to the Izzo, C to T to the Bizay. Ain't no CHIP. Okay, all right, whatever. The technology Walletmore uses is near field communication, or NFC, the contactless payment system in smartphones. Other payment implants are based on radio frequency identification, RFID, which is the similar technology found in physical contactless debit and credit cards. For many of us, the idea of having such a C to the H to the I to the P implanted in our body is an appalling one. But a 2011, 2012, so this was last year's survey of more than 4,000 people across the UK and the European Union, found that 51% would consider it. Okay, so the minds of the people are already being persuaded in this direction, man. Okay, and it's gonna come a point where there is no food, there is no work. Okay, all right. All right, the this current fiat-based system, no matter where you are on the globe, is going to be done away with. All right, people are going to be in a situation to where they have to use, okay, this technology to operate in society. Okay, all right, because imagine, all right, if you're not able to get, food, your daily necessities, all right, at the rate that people get it now. Okay, all right, and the food and the supplies is controlled. Okay, by the powers that be. All right, because of the coming calamities such as global famine, war, okay, trade wars, okay, which means there's going to be less goods coming in. All right, which means the price of these goods are going to go up. Okay, which means the amount that's going to that there's going to be to go around is going to be limited. Okay, so how do you keep track of who's getting what and when they're getting it? Okay, all right, how is that going to happen? All right, the price of goods is going up. The spending power, the purchasing power of this current fiat-based system is waning. Okay, all right. So how are people going to be able to get their daily necessities, their food? How are they going to be able to do that? Okay, how? All right, the price is going up. Okay, these businesses, these different corporations are finding it harder to pay their employees to produce their product, to ship their product. Okay, so which means there's going to be a complete dissolving of a lot of these smaller businesses. Okay, all right, which means they're going to be bought out by the bigger corporations, which means people are going to be without work. Okay, so how are people going to be able to operate in this new system and get their daily necessities and get some type of sense of comfort, get their food and be able to buy and sell? Okay, it's going to be using this technology. Esau is moving the world in that direction. Okay, that's why people are considering it more now. However, without giving a percentage figure, the report added that invasiveness and security issues remain a major concern for respondents. Okay, until you touch their bellies. Mr. Palman says he doesn't have any of these worries. Um, C to the H to the I to the P implants contain the same kind of technology that people use on a daily basis. He says, from key fobs to unlock doors, public transit cards like the London Oyster card, or bank cards with contactless payment function. The reading distance is limited by the small antenna coil inside the implant. The implant needs to be within the electromagnetic field of a compatible R to the F to the I to the D or N to the F to the C reader. Only when there is a magnetic coupling between the reader and the transponder, the implant can be read. Okay. All right. He added that he is not concerned that his whereabouts could be tracked. Well, guess what? Esau, all right, is the master of disaster. Okay, he has ways that he's going to implement in the near future. All right, to be able to track. Okay, this type of technology and who's using it. Okay, all right, and hey, with that, I'm gonna stop reading this article. You brothers can keep um, reading it if you'd like. I'm sure many brothers have already become hip to this article. I just want to hop into the scriptures. Um, hey, let's go to Revelation chapter 19, verse. I'm sorry, Isaiah chapter 19, verse 15. It says, "Neither shall there be any work for Egypt, which the head or tail, branch or rush may do." Okay, so hey, it's not gonna be any work out here, man. Okay, eventually all these little businesses gonna shut down. Okay, all right. If people don't understand these wars that are taking place, okay, all right, no the price of fertilizer going up. Okay, bird flu out there. Different variants of the C-19 popping up left and right. These different shutdowns and these different nations preparing for global food shortages. Understand, man. This current way of life is done. Okay, all right. Public transit is done. Cars is done. Transportation is done. Shipments is done. Okay, transportation travel is done. Okay, the restaurant industry, that's over with. This whole daily routine and grind of Babylon is about to come to a screeching halt very soon. Okay, because of the many calamities that the Lord is going to bring upon this place. Okay, and that's going to force people um, to adapt. Okay, and to yield to this new system. Okay, which is why it tells you in Ecclesiastes, man, when the sound of the grinding is low, man. Okay, right. Ecclesiastes chapter 12, verse 1, it says, "Remember now thy Creator in the days of thy youth, while the evil days come not, nor the years draw nigh, when thou shalt say, I have no pleasure in them." Okay? while the sun or the light or the moon or the stars be not darkened or the clouds returned after the rain, right? Which that represents, all those things represent wisdom. Okay, so ain't no wisdom out here, ain't no knowledge out here. People don't know what to do. Okay, all right, the famine of the word, right? Yeah. Okay, so people are gonna be depressed in the day when the keepers of the house shall tremble. These economists are gonna be extremely anxious. Okay, which we go, let's see if I can find that real quick. These people all up into the money system and the stock market, they're gonna be scared. Okay, an economist, the household management. Okay, a household manager, a steward, household management, right? Managing. Okay, so the people who manage the economy, who have the outlook on the stocks, on the different money systems, okay, the value of currency, they're gonna be scared. Okay, which they already are. And the strong men shall bow themselves. Okay, right. Like it says, the mighty men of Babylon have forborne to fight. Okay, and the grinders cease because they are few. Okay, which grinding represents working. Okay, I'm on my grind. And those that look out the windows be darkened. Okay, because when you look out the window, what are you looking for? You're looking for, all right, is it safe to go outside? How's the weather? You're projecting for the future. You're projecting to see, all right, is this environment that I'm stepping into, that I'm about to step out the door into, is it safe? Is it an environment where I can, adapt and move freely, right? Okay, so they're gonna be darkened. Their hope, the people who look into the future, who look, their 5-year plan, their 10-year plan, their 1-year plan. Okay, they're gonna be without hope. Okay, their joy, their hope is going to be darkened, and the doors shall be shut in the streets. Shutdowns. A man shall desire to go into a city and shall not be able. Okay, for because of their pride, the city shall be destroyed. The house shall be destroyed, and men shall. The city shall be troubled. The house shall be destroyed, and men shall be afraid. When the sound of the grinding is low, okay, so low levels of employment, and he shall rise up at the voice of the bird, because it's gonna be real quiet out here. Okay, all right. Remember the last shutdown, nature started taking over again, man. The air got cleaner. You could hear the birds chirp again. All right, animals started showing up more. The more birds was around, right? And all the daughters of music shall be brought low. Okay, all right, because people ain't gonna be wanting to hear music and song anymore. Okay, they're gonna be too depressed. The mirth is gonna be gone in the land. Okay, and again, all of this is Esau. All right, this beast system. All right, who runs this beast system, doing as the scriptures prophesy that he was gonna do. Revelation 13 and 16. It says, and he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a M to the A to the R to the K in their right hand or in their foreheads. Okay? And that no man might buy or sell, save he that had the M to the R to the M to the A to the R to the K, or the name of the beast or the number of his name. This is how we got to talk now. Right? So it says what? He causeth all, man. Okay? All right, so let's go to the word causeth. Okay, which means that this is a deliberate thing. When you cause something to happen, that means that you have a deliberate and intentional purpose. Okay, behind why it is that you're making this happen. This is very deliberate. All right, it's intentional. You're doing this on purpose. Okay, you're planning it out. It's chess, not checkers, right? Okay, that's why don't the scriptures say what Esau is a cunning hunter. All right, the serpent was the most subtle, right? Okay. Strong G 4160. Okay.
Strong's G 4160. Poeo. Poeo.
Right. It says to make. Okay. With the names of things made to produce, construct, form, fashion, etc. To be the authors of the cause, to make ready, to prepare. That's a perfect word. To prepare. He's preparing it. To produce, bear forth, shoot forth, to acquire, to provide a thing for oneself, to make a thing out of something, to make, render anything, to make, constitute or appoint one anything, to appoint or ordain one that, right? To make, declare one anything, to put one forth, to lead him out, to make one do something, to make one do something, to cause one to, okay? All right, so he's gonna make you, he's gonna put you in a situation where he makes you do it, okay? All right, where you're in a rock in between a rock and a hard place, hey, you have no other choice, man. But those of us who believe in Yahweh Bashim Shai, all right, who have faith in the Lord, you know, are going to be kept from that. The Lord's going to bless our faith. He's going to make sure that we eat, drink, marry, have abundance. He's going to be taking care of us. He's going to make sure that we good, so that we don't have to succumb to this beast system. Okay, all right, because thou hast kept the word of my patience, I will also keep thee from the hour of temptation, which shall come upon all the world to try them that dwell upon the earth. Okay, to act rightly, to do well, to carry out, to execute. Okay, I think that was the point anyway. Okay, all right. So it says he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond. Why did it say small and great, rich and poor, free and bond? Because there's gonna be no more middle class. Okay, no matter what class you are in society, you're gonna have to receive the M to the R to the K, the M to the A to the R to the K. Okay, all right. You're gonna have to receive it. All right, the M to the Izzo, T to the Biz. You're gonna have to do it. Okay, all right. And those that worship the image of this beast, those who want to be part of this system, they're going to succumb. Okay. Now that word there for the M to the A to the R to the K is
Strong's G 5480. Charagma. Charagma.
right. It says a stamp, an imprinted mark. Let me see. Go to the word imprint and again, what did that guy say? He said that he implanted this into his body. Okay, it was an injection, right? Okay, to imprint, right? It says to mark by pressure, to stamp, to impress on the mind or memory, to stamp, to engrave. Okay, to engrave. That's the word that I want. Okay, to impress, imprint. Okay, into, upon. Okay, all right. Let's go to the word engrave. To cut in, make by incision. Okay, and is that not what the man talked about? Okay, is that what he is that what is that is that not what he talked about? Is that not what he said? he said it was he said it was pushed into his skin, man. Okay, all right. He said he is able to pay using his hand because back in 2019 he had a contactless payment, micro C to the H to the I to the P injected under his skin. Okay, which means there was an incision, there was a needle used. Okay, to make by to cut in, and come on now, to produce or form by incision on a hard surface. Okay, so that's what the word okay karagma has to do with. Okay, to cut into the skin. Okay, all right, so that one is able to be identified as um, able to operate in this system. Okay, to buy or sell. Okay, now it says going down. Okay, it says it says from the same as Strong's G5482. Okay, a scratch or etching a stamp as badge of servitude. Okay, now let's go to Strong's G5482. Okay,
Strong's G 5482. Charax. Charax.
right. It says from carasso, to sharpen to a point. Okay, through the idea of scratching, basically a needle is used. All right, that's what this is saying. Okay, a needle is being used. A sharpened point is being used to push this inside of your body. Okay. All right. Karax. It says a pale or a stake, a palisade. Okay. All right. Which a palisade is a stake that you drive into the ground, if I'm correct. All right. To let's see. All right. To mark off territory. Okay. It's a sharp wooden pale that you push into the ground, okay, to mark off territory. So basically, by taking this, you're um, you're identifying yourself as property, okay, of Esau, Edom, okay. Let's see. Let's go into some more of these words. Grapho, okay. Which the word grapho goes into recording, okay, writing, okay, writing records, okay. All right, why? Because all of your records are going to be um, in this technology, okay. All right, what type of person you are? Are you a criminal? Are you somebody who's down for the NWO? Okay, all right. The same way Moab has it over there in China with the social credit system. Okay, all right. All of your medical records. All right, your criminal or history, if you will. Okay, all right. What status you are in society. All of that's going to be recorded in this technology. Okay, all right. And it's going to be implanted into your right hand or your forehead. Okay. It says, and that no man might buy or sell, save he that had the M to the A to the R to the K, or the name of the beast or the number of his name, and that all goes together. Here is wisdom. Let him that hath understanding count the number of the beast, for it is the number of a man, and his number is 600 three score and six, which is child size stigma. Okay, which when you go into the word stigma, okay, all right, K-size stigma, all right, and when you go to the word stigma, let me see if I can find it. For I bear in my body the marks. Okay. Okay. I'm going to the word stigma here in the Greek. Okay. All right, stigma. Okay, it says a stick. All right, which when you look at that microchip, it slipped out. Hey, it slipped out. Hopefully, this video doesn't get taken down. All right, it looks like a tiny little stick, a tiny little, like tiny little twig or a stick that's put inside of you. Okay. All right. It says M to the A to the R to the K, pricked in or branded upon the body. Okay, pricked in, so pushed into your body. The ancient Oriental usage To ancient Oriental uses, slaves and soldiers bore the name or the stamp of their master or commander, branded or pricked, cut, okay, cut into their bodies, right? Incision into their bodies to indicate what master or general they belong to. And there were even some devotees who stamped themselves in this way with the token of their gods. Okay, a stick, prick, a M to the R to the A to the R to the K, incised, incision, right? Incision, right? We went into the word incision earlier, or punched, okay, using what? A needle, okay, for recognition of ownership, figuratively scar of service mark. There you go, man. Okay, so basically by doing that, by taking that um, M to the A to the R to the K, you are pledging your allegiance, okay, to Esau. You're saying that he owns you, okay? He's your master, all right? You you are in service to him, okay? Why? So that you can operate in the system, so that you can buy and sell, so that you can eat and drink like a faithless fool, okay? And if you take that technology, you are going to burn, okay? If you take it, you're going to burn, all right? The Lord's going to destroy you, all right? Revelation 14 and 9, and the third angel followed them, saying with a loud voice, if any man worship the beast or his image, and receive his M to the A to the R to the K in his forehead or in his hand, the same shall drink of the wine of the wrath of Yahweh, which is poured out without mixture, into the cup of his indignation. And he shall be tormented with fire and brimstone in the presence of the holy angels and in the presence of the Lamb. And the smoke of their torment shall ascend up forever and ever. And they have no rest day nor night who worship the beast in his image, and whosoever receiveth the M to the A to the R to the K of his name. Here's the patience of the saints. Here are they that keep the commandments of Yahweh and the faith of Yahweh Shai. Okay, all right. So the elect are not going to take it, but those who take it are going to die the death by fire, man. Okay, when Babylon is destroyed, when the Lord comes back, you're going to burn. Okay, it says, and I heard a voice from heaven saying, "Right, blessed are the dead which die in the Lord from henceforth. Yea, saith the Spirit, that they may rest from their labors, and their works do follow them." Okay, all right, because you're gonna have certain martyrs, all right, amongst the elect that are martyred for not taking the M to the A to the R to the K. Okay, and that's in Revelation the 20th chapter. Okay, but they're gonna be rewarded for that. Okay, Revelation 20:4 says, "And I saw thrones, and they that sat on them, and judgment was given unto them." Right? Because why? The saints of the Most High shall take the kingdom and possess the kingdom even forever and ever. All right, and the kingdom and the dominion and the greatness of the kingdom underneath the whole heaven shall be given to the people of the saints of the Most High. All right, so judgment is going to be given unto them. And I saw the souls of them that were beheaded for the witness of Yahweh Shai and for the word of Yahweh, and which had not worshipped the beast, neither his image, neither had received his M to the A to the R to the K upon their foreheads or in their hands, and they lived and reigned with Hamashiach 1,000 years. Okay, so hey, those brothers, okay, all right, and maybe even sisters who have to face that. All right, hey, they're gonna be risen up first and glorified in the kingdom. Okay, but yeah, I just wanted to bring that out, man. Hey, we here. It's happening. It is going down. Okay, call haloyim la Yahweh Bahasham Yahweh Shai Bahasham Rahwadash, and double honors to the elder apostles of Great Millstone, and salutations to the elect, a Kwam Yasharala and Abad Babal Shalom.